Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Wishes you goodbye. Says they're cautious of non-allies. Says everyone wants to see the Sifu. You're in luck, though, as his schedule just opened up.
Sibi? Lappanen aginkanman. Geratna fal hutut mus. Tugai la wute.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and but he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping. He's convinced you've returned for a reason. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kid. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. Your Muma invented Wung Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will... He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds. so they want to wait.
Get out full of us in a habele, the gula momofe, Brita.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn
Brita.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin.
Tankant.
They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence.
Tankant.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village.
Muspale buena, papa.
Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor.
What? Get out some more of it?
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul.
By the frame?
Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Get out and wolf at a mat game. Lord, the god of Bodo.
Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a...
Get out and wolf at a mat game.
You have things to do, places to go to.
Get out what I click click.
Says you should find Goop. Just look for the Subnautica station. Says you'll see each other. Confesses the hard work. Says you'll... Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Shines happy that the Myriad can count on a friend as bright. Will be around when you Thinks Myriad. The beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Your key energy is too low. You've got more than a flesh wound. Bangarang. Shocking. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Goop says he always does better whenever he leaves failure behind. He's happy his good mood is infectious. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a hand. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored. He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great reminder. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working on it if you want. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to hear that from someone that's a... You should look for things that are recyclable. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says he can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make it. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able... He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it any... He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of... He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She wants you to understand that whatever... They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks... The most important thing is that you're okay. She suggests... has someone close to heart, doing what he does best? Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. Training with Mooma will make you feel better. It always does. He asks if you could help him, too, before you leave for training. He'll leave the quick part to you. You're the mum. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for... He's curious to see what you found. He's all for renewal and has even considered making the... He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. Says at least dirty hands are proof that you tried, and that counts. That you failed this time doesn't mean you can't succeed the next. He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He thinks you should. She'll be proud. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. Your Mooma says it's about time you got here.
Amun.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Puri kumbala muma. Kanamunt.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time.
Urasa durut. Kanamunta.
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back.
Kodotuku.
Wants you to prove that with some practice. Your Mooma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a good Been working on a present for you. With that, you should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Says he's always thought so well of you. Just like... Chi,
Kanyala no toro.
your Mooma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing.
Beri?
Figuring that out is half the fun.
Yo no massa man barut. Massa anmal.
A p-
Inadab sunka?
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and seek.
Yo no massa man barut.
You're lucky to have such a fine helper with you.
Minalagi mamuru.
Your Mooma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a lot.
Anaro lote.
She's so happy you made them. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Antoro. Kensi. Kamonu.
Your Mooma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Beri?
Your Mooma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Turi kumbala muma. Pial tu man.
There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand and fight.
Kamonu. Turi kumbala muma. Yo no massa man barut.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your...
Pala.
She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you.
Katya topuluta. Gendrana mala.
She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is... Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Mooma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. No hope of that with as little energy as you have. You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the Fluff Hulk out. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their... A group of myriad crusaders all... You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You
Yeah, mes fasulala.
Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they call... Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you... Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist. You can see the horizon now. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Itchy trigger finger. You've already drained yourself. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old... The Toxanol Corporation made this place. Well, small one. There must be a... It's a game of life, yours and everyone else's. You look ready. Let's see. Looks like the Frysparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's a Frysparker mindset. Boom! You got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention. A flush stool from the back. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. Just be care-filled as you wander the woods. You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. No, the track... You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You really put a spin on it. It's a brand new day. you found the whereabouts. The deepest, darkest forest in the land. Sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Right between the eyes. So much damage. Power surged. Small things for your big ideas. Hurts less now. That's a Jagnitron. Crit.
tit.
Says there's...
Tolenaersut.
Is glad...
Tolenaersut.
Sa...
Olema mautu bimu. Selukut talanyaosuf.